Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 11 in the CFL right now with SBR contributor David Schwab, and we have had a successful year in these CFL preview videos with our official picks, as we kind of expected we would. Both David Schwab and I are now both over 50%, and our overall record has been a very good, close to 60%. David Schwab, thanks for being back with us.
Oh, good to be back, Peter.
All right, it's Week 11. You're kind of having, you're kind of on a little run here. You're feeling it, so we'll see what you have to tell us. I'm looking over this card. There's a bunch of plays that I have leans on, but there's only one play that I really feel good enough about to go official with. See if you agree with it. Maybe it's one of your plays for this week, and that's going to be Montreal. Now, I was expecting Montreal to be a small favorite. They opened at Pick'em. Now they're +1, so the market has bet on Hamilton, and Hamilton did play well last week. You know, the quarterback played well. The defense played very well, but it's sort of the same thing with Montreal. Montreal can win games just with their defense, and you know, Coach Austin for Hamilton, I'm not sure he has like the best hold on the locker room, so I'm liking Montreal here at +1. That's my only real official pick of the week for now. What do you think of that, David Schwab?
Yeah, I glanced over that game, and you know, you look at Montreal last week. You know, put 20 points on the board. Granted, it was against Ottawa, but hey, it's still in a step in the right direction. You know, and I didn't feel comfortable. I could, you know, I kind of like the way you're leaning with Montreal. Mm-hmm. But I actually stayed away from that game. You know, both on the spread and on the total line. But if I had to make a pick, I would take Montreal. You know, neither one of those teams. You know, they're both. You know, Hamilton's 2-6, Montreal's 2-7. The ironic thing is, whoever wins that game is, and it could be tied with Toronto for the lead in the East. Right. But yeah, if I had to go one way or the other, I would go Montreal.
All right. Well, I think that's going to be my only pick this week, and then I'll just tell you some of the other picks I was thinking about. I was thinking about maybe BC Ottawa at under 48. You know, BC, you know, they're off a bye, and you know they'll probably come in and clamp down on defense. Ottawa has little on offense, and you know, if BC wins by a comfortable margin, that game might slow down in the second half. Then thinking about maybe Edmonton +2.5. Maybe they'll bounce back and get a win over Calgary, but this will be the third time they played. Calgary's beaten them twice already, and you know, by more than 3 points each time. So even though that would be my lean, I don't really like it enough to bet it. And I was thinking maybe Saskatchewan, Winnipeg under, but I'm only going to go with Montreal +1. David Schwab, what are your picks for us this week, CFL Week 11?
Okay, I went with my two team picks for SPR this week. I started with the Calgary-Edmonton game. Okay. Same thing. You know, that game opened up as a pick, and then all of a sudden Edmonton's getting 2.5 points, which obviously makes them attractive. But they just had a world of trouble against Calgary in the past. I mean, you look at the trends. You know, Calgary has pretty much dominated that series. But what I did like about it is I like the play on the under. Okay. You know, the last five games played in Edmonton, total has stayed under in 4 of those 5 meetings. Both teams have you know, that's kind of what they've been riding all season long. Calgary's been riding. I'm looking at my notes here. Calgary's given up like 14.9 points a game. You know, Edmonton's coming back. They're giving up less than 20 points a game. So I kind of think this could turn into it's the second, you know, it's the second half of a home and home. Calgary kind of pushed them around pretty good in Calgary. I think Edmonton tightens things up, and I kind of look at both teams struggling to score points. So I'm going with the under on that one. And then my other pick was I looked at Saskatchewan and Winnipeg, which is another back end of a home and home. Mm-hmm. Saskatchewan, they kind of ran away with that one. That was a pretty wild game. I think, you know, 35-30, and Saskatchewan won with like, you know, 20 seconds left on the clock. So I'm kind of going the opposite direction this time. I think that they'll tighten things up a little bit better in Winnipeg, and you know, you look at some of the trends that I looked at. Saskatchewan's the total stayed under in 7 of their last 9 road games. So the Bombers, I mean, they stayed under in 5 of the last 7 home games. So some good positive trends towards some low scoring battle. Or even though you know, they said they put up 65 points, right, you know, just a week ago. But I kind of think things will turn around this week, and I'm kind of looking at the. And a little bit of a stretch maybe, but I'm going with the under on both those games.
All right, David Schwab, I trust you, man. So this week, Week 11, I'm going with Montreal +1. David Schwab is going to take the under 50.5 at Saskatchewan at Winnipeg, which was almost my second pick this week as well. And he's also liking the under 50 in Calgary at Edmonton. Thanks so much, David Schwab. Talk to you again next week.